Of course, this is not financial advice and for entertainment purposes only. Here are 4 best ETFs that can make you crazy rich, and it's not just ULTY or VOO. Investors, yes, ULTY or the Ultra Option Income Strategy ETF by YieldMax is one of the most popular ETFs that pays super high weekly dividends for that sweet passive income. It's super funny because ULTY not only pays a super high yield, but has also crushed the likes of VOO or the S&P 500 just this year, which is wild. On the other hand though, VOO, Vanguard's S&P 500 ETF, is one of the most popular ETFs and best ones for long-term investing for a good reason. Because of its amazing returns of over 14% annually in the last 5 and 10 years, a solid dividend with outstanding diversification to 500 companies, and one that even Warren Buffett himself, the greatest investor of all time, recommends to beginner-level investors. Everybody should know that I love investing in ETFs. Now, if you want to see my whole entire ETF portfolio, valued at just under $300,000, yes, I'm almost there, you can see it for free using Blossom with the link in the description of this video or in the pinned comment section to see my portfolio, my trades, my buys, and so much more. Now in this video, I'm going to go over 4 of the best funds not named ULTY or VOO that are great in their own categories. So 2 funds for VOO and 2 funds for ULTY that can pair great with them and even replace them if you don't like those funds. But in my opinion, they are great funds, super popular, and we should especially learn about new funds not named ULTY or VOO. So without further ado, let's get started with this video. The first ETF that can make you crazy rich from our growth category is SPMO, Invesco's S&P 500 Momentum ETF. Invesco's SPMO is an ETF that tracks the S&P 500 Momentum Index. The goal of this ETF is to invest in stocks within the S&P 500 that have high momentum scores. For example, stocks that have been performing great and strongly recently. In basic terms, SPMO focuses on investing in stocks with super high momentum and even growth-like characteristics, which can lead to great outperformance, which it has crushed the likes of even VOO, for example. SPMO is well diversified within many sectors of the stock market, with its top sectors being technology, followed by financials, consumer discretionary, communication services, and industrials. You invest in some of the most trending stocks and fastest growing names in the stock market, like Nvidia, Meta, Amazon, Broadcom, JPMorgan Chase, and Tesla. The dividend yield is 0.54%, and it also has a low expense ratio of just 0.13%. Lastly, the returns from SPMO have been flat out amazing of around 19% per year in the last 5 years, returning to investors, and even over 30% annually in the last 3 years, which blows out VOO by a long shot. In my opinion, SPMO is great for investors who have a high risk tolerance, a long time horizon, and even are willing to withstand volatility in the long run with SPMO and hopefully have strong performance in the next decade. The second ETF that can make you crazy rich from our growth category is BTGD Quantified Fund Stacked 100% Bitcoin and 100% Gold ETF. I've been recently buying this fund of BTGD because it's super underrated and even has a 0% fund overlap with VOO and even ULTY, and even crushed the likes of SPMO and VOO in the last year as well, which is crazy. BTGD offers long-term capital appreciation by investing in both Bitcoin plus gold. This fund combines them both to give you 200% exposure to both Bitcoin and even gold as well. Basically, for every $1 you invest in BTGD, you get $1 invested into Bitcoin plus $1 invested into gold. So let's say that gold goes up like 25% and then Bitcoin goes up like 80%. Combine them both, plus them together, then our return is then 105% minus the cost of financing and the expense ratio. It will be about 100% returns if this is possible in the future, which is crazy. And yes, you combine both for the total return. If we take a look at investing in IBIT, a Bitcoin ETF plus a gold ETF separately, this investing strategy underperforms BTGD significantly since you don't combine the two assets or stack them together with BTGD. Hence BTGD literally crushing both VOO, IBIT, GLD, and even SPMO and ULTY, which is also just wild. If you're a lover of Bitcoin and gold, then stack them with BTGD for the best returns possible because it gives you both. It's crazy. It's like stacking them and just giving you like the most craziest returns in the stock market. And it can even rocket to the moon if Bitcoin and gold go up, because remember that this gives you the returns of both combined in one. So hopefully the best returns possible for the long term. All right, guys, come on. This fund, BTGD, is super cool. It gives you exposure to Bitcoin, gold, leverage for the long run. Literally, this is what hedge funds use for investing, and it's all available in BTGD. This is one that I'm going to be buying every single week, no matter what happens. I'll be buying it on Blossom, and it's great for investors who want high risk in their portfolio, long-term investing, who can handle volatility, and also want exposure to two assets like Bitcoin and gold, and hopefully the best returns long-term in the stock market. Next up is our high dividend ETF category that can make you crazy rich, and our third fund is Blocks, the Nicholas Crypto Income ETF by X Funds. Blocks provides exposure to blockchain technology to enhance income and provide portfolio diversification. The fund blends digital asset-related investments and traditional income-generating securities to capture growth potential in emerging technologies while maintaining a focus on risk-adjusted returns. I know, that was a handful, but basically, Blocks invests in Bitcoin and Ethereum as well as crypto industry companies while also paying weekly dividends to investors. This fund is super sick because it gives you exposure to Bitcoin and Ethereum and stocks, and it's great for weekly income, and you'll see. Blocks also wants to give you as the investor the highest returns possible, all while paying sweet juicy passive income, and it also wants to have no NAV erosion, which is rare and crazy, but yes, no NAV erosion hopefully, and also nice and green charts. Blocks also provides investors with capital appreciation first and then current income second, which is also why they want no NAV erosion and also the best returns possible for you as the investor. Blocks' top 10 holdings in their stock portfolio that isn't Bitcoin or Ethereum are Galaxy Digital, Robinhood, Riot Platforms, Hut 8, Coinbase, TSM, Mara Holdings, Nvidia, Iron, and Block. I would also say that Blocks is well diversified and also has great high implied volatility, which is awesome if you want upside and income as well. The dividend yield is around 36%, where Blocks also has a target yield of 50% exactly. Blocks pays weekly dividends, and Blocks also has an expense ratio of 1.03%, with hopefully no NAV erosion once again. Blocks was just released a few months ago and is up over 25%, not including the weekly dividend payouts. So if we include those dividend paychecks, Blocks is actually up over 36% in just a few months, which is just insane, and one that could even pair greatly with ULTY. The last fund in our high dividend ETF category that can make you crazy rich is BTCI by Neos, which is their high income Bitcoin ETF. BTCI by Neos is great for investors who want income off of Bitcoin. Now, this fund gives you monthly dividends from Bitcoin exposure, then this fund could be the one for you. The dividend yield is around 28%. Furthermore, the expense ratio is just under 1% and has no NAV erosion as well. BTCI is up over 20% in the last year, not including the monthly dividend paychecks. So if we included those dividend paychecks, then BTCI is up over 60%. Yes, over 60% in the last year, which is just crazy to think about and also is great to pair once again with ULTY. Now, if you guys like this video, please give it a like because this cute puppy did. As always, check out our last video of one of the best funds to invest in for long-term investing. I love you guys so much, crushing the stock market, and take it easy. Peace.